Hi guys, let's look at this out of context question. Sentence 1 says, he holds that at the beginning of human history, people did not conceive of themselves as individuals in the same way that we do today. Okay. So if I want to paraphrase it, in ancient times, there was no concept of individuality. Okay. According to some man. Instead, the ancients conceived of themselves primarily as belonging to a larger group, family, tribe, state, etc. Okay. So there was a group mentality rather than individuality. Okay. Instead is a contrast sign, and therefore 1, 2 form a concrete pair. One tells me that there was no concept of individuality, and second tells sentence 2 tells me that rather instead there was a concept of group. Okay, they form a context of discussion. With his astonishing wealth of knowledge about history and culture, Hegel analyzes the ways in which what we call what we today call subjectivity and individuality first arose and developed through time. Okay, so this guy H studies the emergence of the concept of individuality. This sentence pretty much sets the context for discussion, and the other two sentences, 1 and 2, can naturally follow sentence number 3. So 3 also seems to be in context. He studies the emergence of the concept of individuality, and he argues that in olden times there was no such concept. Instead, people in the ancient times thought of themselves as part of a group. Okay. There was no conception of a unique and special inward sphere that we value so much in our modern self-image. Well, this sentence 4 is actually equal to 1. It also tells you that there was nothing unique about you. There was no special inward sphere. Therefore, in a sense, there was no individuality. Okay, so 4 also seems to belong to the discussion. 5, the failure to see the inward side of individuals also extended to the questions of moral and legal responsibility and culpability. Well. So basically, absence of individuality gave rise to some moral and legal questions. Well, this is a new, absolutely new dimension of discussion. The remaining 4 sentences have only talked about the presence or absence of the concept of individuality and not its implications. Sentence 5 actually talks about the implications of the absence of individuality. So this is a new dimension of discussion, something beyond the context of discussion. The rest of the sentences, 5 should be the correct answer. So guys, one way of solving these out of context questions is paraphrasing the themes of sentences given to you, and then trying to correlate them and identifying the one which does not fit into the context of discussion. You do not always have to form mandatory pairs. You do not always have to arrange the other 4 sentences. If you could simply paraphrase the themes of each of these sentences, you would find out which sentence does not is out of sync or is not in keeping with others. That's how you can solve out of context questions. Cheers to learning.